Okay, what's going on, everybody? Here we are. I'm back to talk to you about a couple of things. But first, I want to do this video first. I got a few lined up for y'all. Y'all should already know that. But I want to speak about this thing, right? And I'm about to post the photos up on the community board, so you can actually take a look at them and view them yourself, and let me know what you think about them, how y'all feel about it, right? So, I was sent an email a few days ago. That was labeled that it came from the YouTube team, and it stated that there was spam videos on my channel. Now, for one, I don't put spam videos on my channel. I own the copyrights to all of the stuff that I posted. I would also ask if you guys want to post videos of other people and stuff to not do that if you can. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't know if they could potentially be spam videos. You know what I mean? But here nor there, I checked my channel. There's none of that stuff, right? So there was because of this, we need to review your channel, and you should reply to us in an email with the channel information, right? So along the lines of this channel information was my password, my account password. So I was just that's kind of a little suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? Banks don't even do that. You know what I mean? Banks won't even ask for your password over the phone and through an email, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So I just seems suspecting to me. Now, don't get me wrong, right? And I'm asking, was this a hint? But I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm not a conspiracy nut. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the rules and regulations of companies, of individuals that I do business with, especially if I'm doing business with you and we're making money together and stuff like that. There's no reason for me to not respect what you're actually requesting of me. You know what I'm saying? So, I comb the channel. I don't see no spam, right? Okay, granted. So now I'm okay, well, is this a signal for me to stop posting videos? Now, y'all know me, if y'all heard me say this before, I don't really be feeling like posting videos all the time just because, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather feel my way through it or see if it's significant, if it lines up with the universe correctly and all that. I don't intend to be the blabbermouth. At the same time, it was Gemini season. Oh, happy Cancer season, by the way, to everybody. But it was Gemini season, and I felt it very almost necessary to put up as many videos as I did during Gemini season. Also, the channel is growing. You know what I mean? So with new subscribers and stuff like that, there's some new interesting people who are actually requesting some interesting things as well that have not been covered on the channel as of yet. So that's another thing that has me encouraged to do more videos. So I'm still okay, is this a hint, inadvertently, indirectly, right? So my thing is this. I replied to them and I said, well, they said to fill out a form. I replied, I'm well, where's the form? There's no form attached to this email. And they was oh, we reviewed your videos on your channel and they said, I'm gonna put the photo up. I kind of forgot, but something along the lines of, you can't upload videos to your channel no more. We shut your channel down. So I'm oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm and to my understanding, there's no YouTube number anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all right, I guess it's shut down then. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's when I went to upload a video and I seen that the video uploaded. So I'm what's going on? Are these guys trying to talk me out of my channel? You know what I'm saying? Is it because the channel is growing? Is it because it's starting to do well that they're trying to obtain, pretty much take the ownership of it, not even have me sign it over, but to actually trick me into giving them the information to obtain it? So I'm just thinking about this stuff okay, so should we be taking this seriously? And I'm not trying to do any fear mongering here. I don't want anybody to be afraid of anything, you know what I'm saying? But is it something that we should be taking into deeper consideration? So, I'm looking at this objectively. You know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like being, how should I say it, aggressive or mad about or angry about this, because I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just going with it and understanding what's going on here. But this is even more of why I'm looking at this objectively, right? I had a dream, and during this dream, and this was weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even a month or more ago. And in this dream, an entity was persuading me to calm down on the channel content. I'm serious, right? But this is a respectable entity, and first I wanted to hear what they had to say. This was a pretty lengthy dream for a dream too. So in this dream, first they asked me to we were scaling down my blogs and my websites and stuff like that. So they was asking me or suggesting, you know what I'm saying, that I toned it down a bit with the women or whatever the case may be. So I went through both my blogs. I curved it a bit, you know what I'm saying, but I made sure I went within the guidelines. You know what I'm saying? There's no content or material now there that goes outside of the guidelines. Even with my other blog, there's a disclaimer, you know, a pre-warning before you enter there that say, okay, this is for the grown folks, you know what I'm saying? So everything is where it needs to be. Advertisers included. They, you know, I understand how that goes. They like sent me an email. These are real advertisers though. Sent me an email asking if I actually wanted to do business with Google on another level. You know what I'm saying? So that also hit me wrong. I'm like, why would they now be sending me an email to tell me to stop my channel, right? So here nor there, cleaned up the blogs, cleaned up the sites. This is what's being told to me in my dream. But, you know, I took all of the rules and the regulations into consideration, right? However, there was a discrepancy between myself and this entity towards the end of the dream. And, you know, I'm not going to detail it. It's a pretty sensitive topic. And again, this is objectively. I'm not charging at this. I'm not charging at what happened. This dream could be prophetic. It could be resembling. It could be symbolic. You know what I mean? Just showing me something to see how I take it. Now, probably at another time, I would have took this maybe even explosively. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm looking at this objectively. I'm speaking about this objectively. I want to piece everything out the way that it is and observe it and, you know, define it for what it is on a wide, grand scale. You know what I'm saying? So personally now I felt violated in the dream, but, you know, here nor there, I even worked it out inside of the dream. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that goes along the lines of Aquarius and something that I'd rather talk about in detail in Secret Houses podcast as it refers to Aquarius when I get to the Aquarius area. You know what I'm saying? I think that's definitely the platform for it because, again, it's a sensitive information. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to speak about it very objectively even when that time comes. So now in the dream it was also suggested that, you know, that I stop doing the videos because they make hardly no money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't think that that's a good enough cause if we're looking at it objectively. You understand what I'm saying? If we're looking at it concretely with a narrow scope and we say, okay, money is everything, then it's like, yeah, okay, you're wasting your time or whatever the case may be. But I think the objective viewpoint of what it is that I do on the channel was just overlooked during this dream. So, you know, I kind of like put that on the back burner. So even more of a reason why I'm looking at this objectively is because during my solar return, I had, I just did my solar return not too long ago. It was an excellent reading. I still look at it to this point, right? And I got some notes here too as well. Let me just check this out. Okay, so, all right. So yeah, during my solar return, excuse me for the pause, y'all, but during my solar return, it came around so that my ascendant lands in the sign of Aquarius. All right, so this is even more of a reason why I see so many things objectively this year. It's because Aquarius is at my ascendant. So this is one of the pointers that I want to point out about a solar return. It is great because it gives you the ability to see things through a different scope, see things through the eyes of different signs. So you even get to understand the sign while this is occurring, right? So in this dream that I'm speaking about, I seen things through an Aquarius lens. Through what's happening right now, I'm seeing things through an Aquarius lens, and I'm just like, okay, well, let me chill, let me see what's going on. I'm using intelligence, I'm using my brain, I'm using my mind, you know what I mean? I'm addressing everything intelligently, right? So having that happen for my solar return, and with Gemini, with it being Gemini season, the sun in Gemini season, I learned some things that actually presuppose or suppose or suggest that some things might be occurring. And again, this is just theory, and I'm not claiming that this is true, but I'm asking, is the Capricorn structure afraid of Mars benefiting from the Aquarius structure? So I'm gonna say that again. Is Capricorn afraid of Mars benefiting from the Aquarius structure? And the only reason that came up in my mind is because during Gemini season, I learned that there are different outlets and avenues for individuals to contract independently and gain revenue streams through the internet, by way of the internet. So, you know, the reason why I said is the Capricorn structure afraid is because Mars actually takes action on the internet now. You know what I'm saying? So people are getting signals to refrain from taking action on the internet, when in all actuality it's resulting in revenues of income for these individuals, why would those types of signals being sent out? You know what I'm saying? Because if we look at it from an astrological perspective, Mars is exalted inside of Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? So to take action inside of a structure that is consistently moving or consistently coercing, even in, you know, structuring ways for humanity to move through. Now humanity is evolving a bit to the point where they are taking the independence that Aquarius affords to individuals, and they're, you know, uploading their content. They're, you know, they're making themselves more viable than the Capricornian structure that kind of like does it for them automatically. You understand what I'm talking about? So I'm just saying this in an objective stance. Like, is that something that happens? Because I think when that occurs, like things that occur on the internet, for example, and I got a lot of jobs lined up. Like if you got Venus inside of the 8th house, or if you got Jupiter in the 8th house, hit me up behind the scenes. I'll let y'all know if y'all into like some type of research work, some type of investigative work. I'll put y'all on to some things that I'm talking about that actually helps you. Tri-state area, I believe I can cover. Philadelphia, and Jersey, I can cover as well. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, let me know. And if you ask me, it pays to the point where you'd be like, yeah, I can see myself doing that. You know what I'm saying? Independently, like it's like you're your own boss and everything. You know what I mean? So those types of things. But yeah. So with those things happening and those things being done, you know, it puts, like, you can store up revenues, and you can store up jobs, even tasks, even inside of the internet, right? With these companies, should you partner with these companies. And what happens with that is sometimes the money gets caught up inside of the companies, right? So you may have like a nice load of cash inside of the company, but you know how companies do, especially digitally, because I guess it's still new compared to, you know, getting your check on Friday and stuff like that. So they will have like a few day period before they shift the money over into your account, right? Okay, so granted. So now if the usual existing structure is used to you paying something on this time, and you're like, you know, I got it covered, trust me when I tell you. However, I'm just waiting for something to shift over so I can get that to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Capricornian structure may still be in the existing structure to where it's like they order humans to take action prematurely. And the only reason why I say prematurely is because these individuals that I'm talking about, is not like they're lying. They can actually prove that they have some income and revenue stored up with companies that they deal with. They're just waiting for a certain date to pass through before they kick it out. However, these guys on the ground, they may make a premature call in some of these instances, and it results in possibly losing some great potential, whatever those two entities were linked in. You understand what I'm saying? So it might be the greatest potential, it might be the next Einstein, it might be, you never know who you might be potentially letting go of should you base a decision on that, and not at least, you know, seek paperwork or seek some type of documentation proving that that can be done. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean about fear or afraid. And I don't mean to make this a fear-mongering video. Now, so yeah, and this can be like even with banking, right? With saving, when you put money in a savings account and you ship it over to the checkings account, like some banks you only can do that a certain amount of times every month. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just like, let's say you up on your last time that you could do it that month, and you got a bill to pay the next month. Like that can actually be one of those types of scenarios. You understand what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I got the money, I just gotta wait till the first of the month comes so I can make this transfer so I don't catch a violation, a banking violation. You understand what I'm saying? So these types of things are the type of things that I'm talking about, whether they're being communicated effectively or not. I'm not sure. But this small example that happened with the alleged YouTube email that I obtained made me think like this in accordance with my dream as well. So, I wanted to bring solar returns to the forefront. Again, happy Cancer season. I'm going to be doing solar returns right now, for $25. And I usually charge more than that, but I'm serious. I'm doing full solar returns for $25. Anyone that's gotten a solar return, I can't really say, but if you have, I guess you get in the comment box. But I'm doing full solar returns right now for $25. You cannot beat this price. But I'm only having this offer available until Sunday. So get to me by Sunday. Email me before or by Sunday, no later than Sunday, so you can get these special readings as well, because I think solar returns are some of the greatest readings that you can ever get, because they're so current and up to date. And they also allow, so let's say like, okay, Cancers, it'll be great for y'all, right? Because it's Cancer season. But even if you wanted to get your solar return early, you can actually prepare for the next year that's coming with these readings. Not only that, you can actually get solar returns or projections of solar returns that, should you not like where the sun falls at in your solar return, you can request to see where is a better place, or should I say, where you want the area of focus to be in your next solar return, and I could find that out for you. Now, you may have to do some traveling in order to do so. So let's say the sun falls inside of your let's say the sun falls inside of your 7th house this coming birthday, and you're like, nah, I just got in a breakup. Like, I don't want it to be in the 7th house. I don't want to think about any type of romantic relationships or whatever it can be. Or let's say maybe the 5th house, right? Romantic relationships, I'm done with that right now. I need time to breathe. Can you put my sun inside of the 9th house? Because I just want to travel. You know what I'm saying? So I can actually say, okay, well, tell me the names of the places that you want to travel to, and I can see if your sun can potentially fall into that spot, or where it will fall in that spot, and you can decide whether that's a good spot for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is great stuff, like, and this stuff is official, like, this stuff works, you know what I mean? So I think it's real fun. I think it's great for planning. And so anyone who's interested, again, you got until Sunday to hit me up, let me know, email me, get in the comment box, whatever you need to do. All right, so now, with that being said, I'm going to upload this video. Hopefully it goes well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can view the photos and let me comment on those. Let me know what y'all think about those. If they're official, do you get spam? Are you afraid of spam? And are the spammers, or should I say the hackers, so good at sending this spam mail that you believe it's the actual real thing? So get back with me on that. And also, I got a few videos coming up that you guys should already know that are coming. So be prepared for those as well. All right, y'all, I'm out.